Hello ribbon lovers! Today's tutorial will review a few traveling moves for you to incorporate into your ribbon dancing practice. Traveling, when you are dancing, means to move your entire body through space. Traveling dance moves are the opposite of stationary moves. Traveling moves are intended to take you from point A to point B and so on. Our first step, the most basic and obvious, is walking. Now when you practice this, I want you to play with your walking by asking yourself, how do I uniquely walk? Versus how does a model walk? How does a cat walk? How does a wrestler walk? You will need to play with your intention. Say, why am I walking? How am I walking? Where am I walking? When you play with your intention, you'll begin to discover that walking can be the most captivating dance move. Trained dancers are trained to walk by adding an exaggerated drag to their back foot when they bring it forward. Just don't forget to point that toe. You can also level up your walking by having your arms positioned. Where do you want your arms to be positioned in space? Do you want your hands near your waist or by your face? Do you want it in front or behind your hip to add a little dip? Do you want it out to the side when you slide? Yes, that was my little poem that I made up for everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Our second traveling step is called a chasse, aka a gallop. Now a gallop is taking a step and then sliding the foot that didn't move to meet the foot that did move, aka step slide, step slide, step slide. To transform your gallop into a chasse, you will need to add a little hop. So instead of it just being step slide, it'll be step slide hop, step slide hop. Now this is something that is better felt and not thought upon. If you overthink your gallop, it will be disastrous. So just go ahead, I want you to play with it, and I want you to create your own version of a chasse. Remember the gallop versus the chasse. Now, chasse means to chase. And so I want you to think of your second foot or the back foot as chasing your first or front foot. You can perform your gallops and chasses going front and back as well as side to side. Just be careful not to trip on your feet and make sure you start slow before you go. Our next move is a skip. We all love to skip. Now, a skip is just a step hop. So if you want to evolve your skip, take it up to the next level, make sure you point your feet and hold your arms super strong, super proud out to the side. When you skip, you can skip forward and backwards and just once again really play with the alignment of your body. You want to be super proud in your chest. A lot of times when we're skipping, like in gym class or just for fun, we get a little hunched over, and really we shouldn't be doing that when we move, but especially when we're dancing, we want to always be present in our body and in our alignment. You want your skips to be eloquent. Our next step is to spin or to twirl. Spinning and twirling is a traveling step. Now, I want you to practice this move and really all of these moves without your ribbon first. And once you feel comfortable with the move, then you can go ahead and add your ribbon. Now, we all have loved twirling at some point in our lives. And so something to really think about when you're traveling is that you want to stare at one thing in the room, one point in space that is eye level with you. This technique is called spotting. It's what dancers do when they do their pirouettes and multiple turns. So you stare at one thing, maybe one point that is fixed, something that is not going to move while you're doing your turn. You stare at it, and this will help you to focus on where you're going. It will help you to be more oriented. It will also prevent you from becoming excessively dizzy. Now, spinning is something that you are going to become inherently dizzy, but the good thing is that the more you practice spinning, the more you practice being dizzy and practice your spotting technique, the easier it will become, and you will build up your tolerance. Something else about spinning or turning, I want you to think about your body in relation to the sides of the room. So when you turn, when you practice your spinning, think about your body flipping or rotating from one half to the other half, the front to the back. Think about going from one wall to the directly opposite wall and back and forth again and again. And so this is called a half turn. So before you go and try to do and feel and perfect your full turns, I want you to go ahead and try out those half turns. Our next move is going to be running. Running, very similar to walking. I want you to take everything that we talked about when we talked about walking and apply it to running. Now, the thing about running is that when we run, we're usually running with a lot of intention and purpose. And it's very easy for us when we run to really go for that sprint style run, just going at it. I want you to stay away from that while you're doing your ribbon dancing. I want you to think of yourself as doing more of a theatrical style run, more of a pantomiming of in your body of a full run. Tone it down a bit, take it easy. And so I want you to play with the way your body is oriented in space. Which way are you facing? Are you going to be running more high and more lifted, or you want to be down low and down to the floor? So just play with this more of a theatrical running. You don't want to just go ahead and give it your full force. One, it's really not that safe and it's not as exciting to watch. So start slow before you go once again. Our last move is going to be to travel by using any line dance move. Now, some moves that you might perform when you're doing a line dance might be a grapevine, you might do a pas de bourrée, or even something within like the salsa, basic salsa step or a Latin dance step. And so I want you to think about some line dances that you know and think about how you can incorporate your ribbon into these movements. That is all that I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and remember to have some class, CLASS, comment, like, and subscribe and share. Let me know what type of videos you would like to see, what kind of tutorials you're looking for, and I hope that you have a wonderful time doing your dancing. All right.